Yo, what's up guys? How are you doing today? I'm coming guys with my top 5 rookies that I cannot wait to watch in the 2023-2024 NBA season. We're looking at a really nice draft class. A lot of guys that are up and coming I think will be really good in this league. This is my opinion, a really nice overall, nice balanced draft class, and I cannot wait to watch the upcoming rookie class. There's my top 5 list of players that I really cannot wait to watch. We have the NBA season in less than 65 days. I believe we're 63 days away from recording this on August 22nd, 2023. We are about 63 days away from Nuggets, Lakers, and all of the other opening night NBA games. I cannot wait for all of that. But other than that, let's get straight into the video. All right, so starting it off at number 5, I have Brandon Miller of the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets selected Brandon Miller with the number 2 pick in the 2023 NBA draft out of Alabama, where he went ahead and averaged 18.8 points per game, 8.2 rebounds, 2.1 assists, shot 43% from the field and 38.4% from the 3-point line. As you know, the Hornets, I know you guys saw that video of the Hornets masking all their fans at the whatever gathering that was at the NBA draft gathering or watch party, and Adam Silver was like, with the number 2 overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Brandon Miller. And then you hear the crowd and the mascot go, ah.
The Charlotte Hornets select Brandon Miller.
Because you know they wanted Screw Henderson so bad, which makes me just want to root for Brandon Miller so fucking much more, just because of how pissed, how he has to use that shit as motivation. Because it's like, damn, my own team don't even want me as number 2 overall. That's kind of crazy. I mean, that is tough. So Brandon Miller, easy guy to root for at this point. We know what went ahead off the court and all of that, but on the court with Brandon Miller, he has shown that he can really be seen as like a Paul George type of player. As you know, his favorite player is Paul George. I was listening to him on a Paul George podcast. He really is a overall fan of Paul George. He remembers like his dunk when he would dunk on Chris Anderson, the Miami Heat, when he was still on the Pacers, and all of that, all the memories and all of that. That's his GOAT. Like, you know, people have their GOAT being MJ and Jordan and stuff like that. His GOAT this generation is Paul George. And even like my generation, the early 20s, the 2002s, 2003s, even 2001 and stuff like that, we really just hone in on guys like Paul George, guys that, especially a guy like Brandon Miller, who is 6'9", 200, a guy that you can go ahead and not replicate, but use a lot of what he does and add it onto your game, a little bit of a twist. And that's exactly what Brandon Miller did. He really is a guy that, if you look at him and Paul George's jump shot, they really look damn near the same. Really good in the 3-point shot, pretty good in the mid-range, can attack the rim. Defensively, I want to see him improve. As we know, Paul George in his prime was an elite defender, was top 3 for DPOY and MVP, I believe, with the OKC Thunder prior to his trade to the LA Clippers, teaming up with Kawhi Leonard. So I want to see him improve defensively in terms of the 3-point shot. Definitely want to see that translate into the NBA as well, the mid-range shot as well. I trust him attacking the rim at an NBA level. Now, with this Hornets team with LaMelo Ball, I want to see them become the next duo of the Hornets team. I feel like the Hornets fans deserve this because their recent draft history just has been absolutely piss poor. Outside of LaMelo Ball, like, my goodness, like, Brandon Miller just has to pan out for them. All right, so coming in at number 4, I have Thompson of the Houston Rockets, the number 4 overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft out of Overtime Elite, right in front of his brother Sir Thompson with the number 5 overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft by the Detroit Pistons. Was drafted with the number 4 overall pick by the Houston Rockets, and I instantly thought he was going to be poised to become the starting point guard from day one, but they went ahead and instead signed Fred VanVleet to a massive lucrative 3-year deal for around $130 million, with the 3rd year being a team option. So for at least the next 2 seasons, Thompson will be backing up Fred VanVleet. I thought their backcourt would be Jalen Green at the 2, Thompson at the 1, but instead they wanted to kind of expedite this process with Ime Udoka and did not want to wait it out with another rebuilding year. They went ahead and got some high-level impact players and Fred VanVleet and also Dillon Brooks as well to this Houston Rockets core. Last season in 16 games in G-League Ignite, Thompson averaged 16.3 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, 2.4 steals per game, shot 23.3% from the three-point line, which he definitely needs to improve on, and also shot 56.8% from the field, while also shooting 64.6% from the free throw line. So as we know, that definitely is one thing that he definitely needs to improve on, the shooting from the three-point line, from the free throw line. He projects as a really good playmaker in this league. He projects as a really good slasher in this league. He projects as a pretty good mid-range shooter in this league. The one step for Thompson I do think I want to see him take is that three-point shot, because in this day and age in 2023, damn near everybody's shooting threes. Even if you aren't an elite three-point shooter, you just got to be a half decent guy, a guy that can actually make people pay from the three-point line, because you don't want people to just leave you wide open. That just ruins all the spacing and things of that nature as well. On this Houston Rockets team, he'll have his couple of years to be back on Fred VanVleet, and possibly after that second or third year, he can become that starting point guard of the future for the Houston Rockets team. But his offensive versatility, his mid-range shooting, his ability to attack the rim, his ability to play make, all checks the boxes of guys that are ready for the NBA. Thompson might be that guy, man. Definitely another guy I want to root for, and also his brother as well, Sir Thompson. Just two guys that just love NBA, always answering those NBA questions, just have this immense elite NBA knowledge. You guys know these guys just absolutely love basketball, and two guys that just absolutely have to root for, and I cannot wait to watch Thompson this season with this Houston Rockets team. All right, so coming in at number 3, I have Chet Holmgren of the OKC Thunder. You guys potentially might have forgotten that Chet Holmgren is indeed still rookies. They did not play last season. Obviously, unfortunately, he had the injury in Jamal Crawford's crossover league, where he had that lower body injury, and unfortunately ended up missing the whole entire season, which is absolutely pain for the Thunder team. Even though they did end up making the play-in, definitely to hurt having Chet Holmgren out, because they definitely did miss that center all season. That Jalen Williams out of Arkansas playing the 5 most of the season, even though he really is a stretch 4. Now to have a stretch kind of 5 overall, but just a really good play overall, a shot blocker, ability to get to the rim, just a really nice play overall. Definitely cannot wait to see how his game translates into the NBA. But he was selected last year with the number 2 overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft out of Gonzaga. It is listed at 7'1", 208 pounds, just an absolute just tall ass man. In the 2021-2022 NCAA season with the Gonzaga Bulldogs, Chet Holmgren in 32 games averaged 14.1 points per game, 1.9 assists, 9.9 rebounds, a whopping 3.7 blocks per game, which is absolutely insane. Shot 60.7% from the field, 39% from the three-point line, which is absolutely asinine for a guy that is 7'1". The one knock in his game I would say is the strength, and hopefully he's gotten that kind of figured out a little bit. As we know, Giannis came into the league really skinny. Now he's one of the most buff guys in the NBA. 7'1", 208 for Chet Holmgren is kind of insane, to be honest, especially when going up against guys like Giannis, guys like Embiid, guys like Nikola Jokic, just guys that are bruisers, like guys that will back you down and kind of like put bruises on you, because that's how dominant they are in the paint. And for Chet Holmgren being 7'1", 208, I mean, we know he was an elite rim protector in college, and he was pretty good in the summer league. I want to see that translate into the NBA as well, because this Thunder team will take another leap this season with Chet Holmgren's rim protecting ability to score, ability to attack the rim, ability to shoot pretty well as a 7'1" big man. That will all be absolutely massive for this Thunder team, who took a massive leap last season and looking to take another leap this season as well to a potential playoff team. All right, so coming in at number 2, I have Scoot Henderson of the Portland Trail Blazers, who was selected with the number 3 overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft. And any other really draft, Scoot Henderson is the unanimous number 1 overall pick. But rarely enough, he was the number 3 overall pick, because the Spurs obviously got Victor Wembanyama. Second, the Hornets got Brandon Miller because they already have LaMelo Ball. And then third, the Blazers got Scoot Henderson, even though they do have Damian Lillard and Shaedon Sharpe and Anthony Simons. So they do have 3 additional guards alongside Scoot Henderson as well. So definitely want to see how that plans out. But that is besides the point. Scoot Henderson is sitting at 6'2", 195. Last season he played with the G League Ignite, and in 19 games he averaged 16.5 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, 6.8 assists, shot 42.9% from the field, and 27.5% from the three-point line. As you know, Scoot Henderson is an absolute menace in the paint. Gets up there with one of the best of them in really recent memory. The one knock on his game is definitely his efficiency from both the 3-point shot, and definitely want to see him become more consistent at the mid-range shot as well. Hopefully that does translate into the NBA. But now he's on a team with a couple of guys who know a thing or two about being a pretty good shooter in this league. Obviously, the guys I just mentioned, Damian Lillard, one of the best 3-point shooters of all time. Anthony Simons, one of the best shooters I would say right now in the NBA overall. And Shaedon Sharpe held the ball pretty well last season when he got his time. And now they're all going to be there for Scoot Henderson and help him when he comes to all of that. Definitely could not really ask for anything more than that, because those guys are all really good shooters. And now Scoot Henderson, who obviously has a hole in his game for shooting, can learn from all three of those guys for the foreseeable future, which is just absolutely massive for Scoot Henderson. And I cannot wait to see him just, I don't know what his role is going to be. He can be off the bench, start alongside Dame, start alongside Anthony Simons or Shaedon Sharpe, but definitely cannot wait to watch him this season. Just continue to improve, look pretty good in the summer league as well, playmaking the ball, attacking the rim. I feel like he also has a pretty underrated mid-range shot that I cannot wait to see him fully unlock at the NBA level. And also the 3-point shot, I definitely want to see him improve, because again, like I meant Thompson, you don't want to be a guy that people just leave open. You want to be a guy that make people pay, and I definitely think Scoot Henderson can definitely improve as a 3-point shooter overall in the NBA. But I think his knack will definitely be attacking the rim, playmaking, and developing a silky smooth mid-range jump shot. All right, so coming in at number 1, I have, you guessed it, Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs, was selected with the number 1 overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft. He's listed at 7'3", 225 pounds. This guy was born in 2004. He is 7'3", 225, which is absolutely. He's only 19 years old and he's that tall. Like, that is like freakishly scary. Like, that is just absolutely insane. Last season with Mets 92, he averaged 21.6 points per game, 10.4 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 3 blocks per game, shot 47% from the field and 27.5% from the 3-point line in 34 games. Victor Wembanyama is one of the most hyped prospects of all time. A lot of people are saying that he has more hype than LeBron James, which I believe is absolutely asinine. You cannot give this guy that much pressure, saying that LeBron James wasn't even as high of a prospect and more heralded than Victor Wembanyama. Last time you heard about a prospect being hyped up as much as LeBron James in recent memory, not to this extent even, but he had really good hype, it was Zion Williamson, the number 1 overall pick out of Duke a couple years back in the draft, who, when he's playing, he lives up to the expectations. When he's not playing, obviously, a couple of concerns with his injuries and things of that nature as well. Even off the court, I mean, this guy's just an absolute freak, let's be honest. But on the court, he's an absolute force to reckon with, one of the best scorers when he's healthy, and at his absolute peak, he's one of the best players in all basketball. And Victor Wembanyama hopes to be like that as well, because his hype is through the roof. I mean, my God. Some of the clips you see on Twitter, that game he had against G League Ignite when it was Mets 92 versus G League Ignite on ESPN, that was absolutely real hoops. Victor Wembanyama versus Scoot Henderson, the projected number 1 and number 2 overall picks, going at it back to back. But Victor Wembanyama has a lot on his shoulder. He has a whole franchise on his shoulder. I cannot wait to see him. Obviously, he won't be doing all of the same things he was doing overseas with Mets 92 that we do in the NBA. These are the high profile, high level athletes in his world. They will not be falling for that. Like, he's not gonna routinely be able to shoot a 3-point shot, get his rebound, and just dunk it all in one bounce. Like, that's just not gonna happen, respectfully. But definitely excited to watch him this season and continue to improve on his game. He did struggle in his first game with the Spurs in the summer league, but the second game he definitely took a leap. He'll instantly become one of the best shot blockers in the NBA, obviously at that prolific height. I mean, he just absolutely has to. Being able to rebound the ball, definitely want to see if they play him at power forward and center. Another guy like Chet Holmgren that probably needs to put some potential weight on him, because he definitely isn't the most built guy in the NBA, and being able to watch an absolute behemoth of a man this season will definitely make me tune into a lot more San Antonio Spurs games this season. Just watch this absolute just insane guy. Really just seems like a 2K character. Like, he doesn't even seem like a real person. He feels like a video game. He literally just looks like a video game character just playing in the NBA. Cannot wait to see him this season with the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs, congratulations, you guys have your potential savior of the franchise. I mean, after Kawhi and Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Tim Duncan, and all of this, Victor Wembanyama might be your next guy, and I cannot wait to watch him this season with the San Antonio Spurs. It looks like a guy. He just looks like one of one. He just looks like one of them. And hopefully for your guys' sake and for us NBA fans, he is indeed that guy. But other than that, yo, that is the video. Go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and to the boy John. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to also go down below, subscribe to my NFL and my MLB channel. Links to that will always be in the description box down below. Like I said, it's video boy John. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.